Market. Now, Storm Tracker 9 weather with Chief Meteorologist Dylan Robichaud.
All right, we have a lot to get to here over the next few minutes. We have the wind to talk about, the heat to talk about, and the smoke to talk about. Let's start off with the wind. As we head toward the day tomorrow, we do run the risk of power outages, and you might be wondering, well, what is the likelihood that I lose power where I live? And I gave you a color-coded map. This is very easy to explain. If you live down here to the south in the green, there's a very low chance that you lose power. If you're in the blue, we could be looking at some isolated sporadic power outages. And then if you're in the yellow, there's probably a greater than 50% chance that there will be some power outages that we deal with. Right now, the wind is coming in from the north. It is breezy out there today, but a north wind is a lot better than an east wind because our humidity is still pretty high. What happens though, as we head toward tomorrow, the wind comes from the east, and as those winds downslope off the Cascades, they dry out the air. So now instead of a 30% humidity, it's down to 10%. That 20% margin will make a big difference in our fire risk. So as we stop the clock tomorrow, again, the further to the north you go, the windier it is. The further to the south you go, the winds aren't so bad. By Friday night, we see the winds picking up. We could be looking at gusts sustained around 37 miles per hour for St. Pass, Willamette Pass up to around 30 miles per hour, and then the winds will subside as we head toward the day tomorrow. Let's move on to talking about the air quality now. All areas with the exception of Oak Ridge, air quality right now looks absolutely superb. The issue, though, will be as we get that change in the wind direction. I want you to really closely monitor this map behind me. You'll notice that as we get that change to an easterly wind, here comes that plume of smoke coming in from the Cedar Creek fire. You look at this right here, it's not that bad. But look what happens. Smoke from Washington and Idaho comes in tomorrow. Look what happens as we head toward Friday morning, heading into Friday afternoon. Here comes the smoke from Washington and Idaho moving in to the northwest. And then you combine that with the smoke from the Cedar Creek fire, we could be looking at some significant problems with air quality as we head into your Friday and your Saturday. The bottom line, I would plan on 2 days of nonstop smoke. That would be Friday and Saturday. You can protect yourself with using an N95 or a P100 mask. Hopefully, a lot of the smoke will stay suspended high up in the atmosphere, but we could definitely mix some of that smoke in down near the ground if we can get it trapped under that inversion layer. Bottom line is that we may see a reduction in our high temperature. I know that we're talking about the lower 100s possible for Friday and Saturday, but if we do get a lot of smoke, some of you may only get up to 90 degrees. We'll see what happens there. Let's talk about the heat right now. It is nice out there. Coastal towns, it is nice and cool, but hold the phone. By tomorrow, with that east wind, coastal towns can make a run towards 80, maybe even 85 degrees. This will be a very rare weather setup tomorrow that could allow coastal towns to make a run into the lower 80s. Newport down to Coos Bay, you guys will be around 82 degrees, but as you head off to the actual beaches, we're talking 65, 70, 71, 72 degrees, somewhere around there. Let's move on to the 7-day forecast, and tomorrow we'll keep things nice and warm. And then we actually have a front moving on in. We'll be looking at the chance of rain for Sunday moving into Monday. So this means that any smoke that we have will eventually get pushed out of here Sunday and Monday. We do have a chance of some much needed precipitation. Notice how I also extended that rain chance down to the Umpqua Basin as well. 103 though on Saturday. I mean, we're not messing around with these temperatures. Even the Cascades will make a run close to 90 degrees. As we head into the valley, we'll keep it very hot for Friday and Saturday, and then we cooled off to the middle 70s as we head into next week. It is time now to switch gears. Today we are talking about a house plant, and this plant is very popular. Get this, it's called a rubber plant. These are very fun, extraordinary tropical plants, and we're going to tell you all about it. Here's a look at In the Garden, sponsored by